Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we are looking at the Hublot Oceanographic 4000 King Gold Geneva edition, one of 200 made. You can see this limited edition extreme deep diving dive watch on our website. Subscribe to our channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the video at any time to see our complete listing for this watch with additional photos, accessories included, and of course complete pricing. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, I have to say this thing dwarfs my wrist. Heck, it even dwarfs my fist. This is as close as I've ever come to wearing a watch that's almost as thick as my wrist itself. 23 millimeters thick. It weighs an absolute ton. I still say that the Oceanographic 4000 in gold is the heaviest watch I've ever reviewed, rivaled only by a couple of full gold 49mm Breitling for Bentleys. Now the watch does have a 60mm lug-to-lug span, so this is a broad timepiece, it's a heavy timepiece, it's a thick timepiece, and at 48mm across the round of the case, go ahead and try to find diagonally opposed round portions of this case. It is absolutely huge. This is King Gold for King Kong. I will say this though, when buckled, it sits secure on the wrist. It's not going anywhere. It's nicely planted, and Hublot's thought about the ergonomic equation here because while you can build a bigger watch, I always like to say you can't build a bigger client. So they cheat a little bit by turning the lugs down sharply, and this helps to create little bit of camber, and that camber allows the strap, natural vulcanized rubber, to curve around a smaller forearm before the case even ends. It actually gets you started. So this monster is ready to meet you halfway. Now it's worth mentioning that the strap is of superb quality. In terms of ergonomics, you have to consider Hublot's latex-based natural rubber strap. They were the first with a gold case and a rubber strap in 1980. It was audacious then. It remains just as provocative now in this particular application, but it's supple, it's soft, and it's long-lived on the wrist. Now it's paired with a beautiful pin buckle for easy and quick adjustment. No need to worry about a complicated deployment or having to commit to cutting a rubber strap here. You simply readjust as necessary given your atmosphere, whether it's hot, cold, and your activity level. Beautifully built, beautifully finished. The construction actually mimics that of the case itself. Layered with a resin insert, you can see it's all red gold, Hublot blazing atop with the blackened titanium H-pattern Hublot bolts, the signature Hublot bolts. This is a beautiful piece, practical and substantial. Now, the watch itself, certainly substantial. I don't know if I would go so far as calling it practical. This is about as flamboyant as you can get. This is a watch that begs to be seen. I will say though, while it talks the talk, in loudest possible terms, it does walk the walk. You can see the construction of the case is very much like that of a submersible. Case back, the layers, all of them, the machine brought from the inside out, it really does look like a diving device on the wrist. And you can see gold, resin composite, helium release valve, bezel gasket, and a bezel with an internal rotating dive action. This one is effectively locked down by the crown guard here with a screw down action so you can lock even the actuator in place. With a bidirectional, fully loomed internal rotating bezel, you're absolutely secured against any kind of unintentional extension of your dive. With 4,000 meter rated depth, that's over 13,000 feet for those using the old school imperial system like us in the United States. This watch is basically indestructible, which is to say you may never take it diving, but if you knock it against a doorknob, your car seatbelt buckle, or a drywall, the other thing is going to lose, not the watch. It's a winner. Big, tough, and strong, it's virtually indestructible on the surface, whether you ever take the plunge or not. Now, it has a movement to match. You can see the case back, solid, featuring the image of the Oceanographic Museum, effectively an aquarium in Monaco, the beneficiary of the funds from these special editions. And what lies beneath is an Hublot caliber HB 1404 unidirectional winding. It's based on the Valjoux 7750 chronograph with the chronograph components removed, which is to say it's very efficient and it's very tough. It also retains the underlying features of the Valjoux 7750, meaning you can hack the seconds when you pull the screw down crown to synchronize precisely to a known accurate reference clock or dive timer, and there is a quick set function for the date, beautifully integrated at 3 o'clock. It's the only thing about this watch that could be considered discreet. Now, all the applied elements and the abundant luminescence of the dial are quite a sight to see. It's nice to have an internal bezel because it can be fully loomed with no risk of the luminova being knocked off or flaking. Finally, the watch does feature Hublot's clever car seatbelt style quick release lugs. Now, you simply press it, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's a system that allows you to change the strap if you want to go upscale with gator, if you want to go tactical with textile, or you want to stick with just a different rubber color. That lets you do it without invoking your jeweler's fees or any lost time spent traveling thereupon. And the bottom line is that this watch, you either love it or you hate it, and you know it on sight. Everything else, all the details of its construction, which is impressive, and its technical capabilities, which are extreme, are almost details compared to whether or not this is your style of watch. If you've got a big wrist, if you've got a big ego, quite frankly, if you want something that no one else has, because there's only 200 of them, take the plunge with the Hublot Oceanographic 4000 Geneva edition, one of 200 made. See it and buy it on our website.